we're going to try something different. We're going to try a Lego Mosaic. Not going to reveal what it is, but I'll start building it here and talk about that, and Lego Masters, and all the other cool stuff. The ISS space station that came out, and so much more stuff. There's Lego Dots, which if someone wants to fill me in on that, that'd be great, because I don't know what it is. But I'm going to start opening this stuff, and if anybody joins me, then we can see if you can figure out what I'm building. You won't figure it out. However, I'll talk about what I got. So I printed out a mosaic, and each on 32 by 32 base plates, and I'm using this paper for my guide. This shows me every piece that I need to put down. There's a total of 2,225 pieces in this, anything from 2 by 6s down to 1 by 1s, I believe. And yeah, this should be fun to build live. You won't know what it is unless you watch all the episodes. So if you are chatting, I'm going to make sure that I don't miss your chatting here. So let's take a look at that and make sure that I can start a watch party. Watching myself. It's very confusing. Fun to build live. I don't want to hear it. You watch all the episodes. Gotta switch that off, and so I don't hear myself. So if you are chatting, okay, well I'm on something else now, so as long as you can hear me, see if anybody comes in. Welcome to my stream. Probably all eating dinner right now or something. Let's see if we can get that working. I might need a third monitor in here or something. Say something. Alright. I can't see if you're chatting, so I gotta go back to my page and see where this chatting's going first. Got lots of pieces in here I'm opening. This is just one box of stuff, and here we go. Very yellow, red, dark red. I'm glad that they're actually sorted into separate bags, because that'll make it a little easier. That's the part list, and they said thank you. I forget who that ordered from. Let's see, can I see who's in here? I cannot see who's logged in. Now playing. Chat. That's not the chat I want. No, where did I go? Where did I go? Where did I go? Alright, streaming something here. Hope you can see me. You can see my little buddy here that Steve built, and we can talk about that as well. So, I'm hoping that this works. And I'm always, when I start this, I want to stay on this page and see the watch party, or what? What do I want to do here? I don't know. What am I doing? I got no people in the studio with me. It's quiet down here. Always having a little fun when I start the stream and trying to get the chat going so I can see who's actually talking to me. I don't want to miss your chat. So if I'm not responding, then it's because I didn't see your chat. So I'm looking for that right now on the live stream. And I see myself there. So maybe it'll show here. Well, hopefully I don't miss anybody. I'm going to start with this. This is, well, I need more pieces out, but this is the first base plate. The 32 by 32 plates. And I'm using white base plates because they're new and they're out, and I think it would be great for backgrounds because then it's easier to see what I'm building. Let me open this box without any type of utensil. It's hard to open the box. More pieces. There we go. Oh, it's a weird way to stack the pieces. They didn't put these in bags. I don't know if I like that. They're all, at least they're not great. So we get some 1 by 6s here, and they're interlocked. Seems like there'd be more work to do it that way. I don't like that way of putting this together. Bags, loose pieces would have been much nicer. Maybe I will look up the seller and be like, really? There's some in bags, all stacked like this. Loose is probably fine. Why would you do that? All over the box. I wish I opened this before. Yep, lots of pieces, and they're all stacked weird. I can open this up, but now I'm afraid that they're going to spill everywhere because they're just loose in this thing. 2x4s, 1x3s, yellows, 1x4s, dark browns, and I see here we get some nice 2x6s, stacks and stacks of 2x6s, and more stacks of 2x6s. We have 2x4 blacks. No wonder why there's nothing rattled in this box, because it's all stacked in a strange way. Stacks of bricks. At least they're interstacked, because if they were locked together, I would not be happy. These, at least I can stack on the table. Maybe that makes it easier. Takes up less room on the table. I can stack it. I'm going to keep pulling these out for a while. There's, like I said, 2,000 pieces. Orange, and more orange, and more orange, and some 2x2s also stacked. How much time this guy spent stacking this stuff like this? I don't know, but a little crazy. Trying to open the rest of this box to see the rest of this disaster. See, they're all staggered stacking. So you call it staggered stacking? Something like that. You can see it over here with Yoda. The color's off a little bit on that. Camera's a little bright. It auto adjusts and it doesn't auto adjust. So I'm still pulling pieces out of here. Lots of pieces, lots of yellows, lots of oranges. Maybe someone can guess what they could be. Look at all this orange beef art. Orange and brown and yellow and black. If I didn't know what the picture was, then I would make a guess myself. But since I'm building it, then that would not be right or fair. Alright. A little insane with these stacked blocks here. Oh, one of them escaped his stack. I am still pulling out pieces. Hey Google, play royalty-free fun music. Ooh, some rock instrumental. That works. A little quiet down here. I think I got all the pieces out. Silly stackers. Then I need to open up one of these base plates, because we're starting with the first one. Mike Stone commented on my post. Is this on something? This the live stream? This the party? What are we looking at here? That's why this mirror is to look at yourself. Hey, there they are. I can see people in the watch party. So welcome whoever's in the watch party. I'm going back and forth between windows here. Building a mosaic, talking about Lego Masters. What you think? I have some friends on the show. Three people on the show I'm friends with. Met them at Philly Brick Fest, which is a really cool thing in Philadelphia every year, where people bring their Lego creations. Stuff like this would be considered that. A nice mock here. So we have that. And let's see. A little chat here. Some people chatting. Hello, Amy, if you're watching, Amy. I see that I'm live building watch party here. So I'm going to attempt to follow this instructions here. Well, not instructions, but this base plate, and load this up with this, and then continue to the next plate, and see how much I can get done. Lots of 2x4 yellows. I thought I had 2x6 yellows, but apparently I do not. So I'm guessing I'm using a lot of 2x4s to start filling this in. Unless I'm missing some pieces. These are 2x3s. 2x3s. Where are the 2x4s? 2x4 yellows. Do I see 2x4 yellows? Hopefully I did not miss the 2x4 yellows. I have some, but definitely not enough to fill this page. And there's a lot more yellow, so let me double check this. Yellow at the top. Lots of yellow at the top. And then it doesn't, then there's no more yellow, so maybe this is enough yellow. Guess I'll start building. And we're gonna, like I said, copy this here and see how many over it is. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 across. So I did get this cool little hammer. Yoda, you want the hammer. Philly, yes, Philly. So I got this thing to hit the pieces down if they're not down all the way, which is a nice tool. These staggered bricks are gonna make me nuts. And I'll hold this up every once in a while so you can see what's actually the progress. So you get a nice little tool there. It's probably loud. But now we need so it's 14 wide. So not like I have instructions. I can put this here. See, so I'm gonna attempt this a little bit at a time. Maybe I will play with that. Brightness is a little much, so I'm gonna try and fix that quickly. Hello, Mark Sabio. The main camera brightness is glaringly bright off of that white screen there, so see if I can lower the brightness on that just a little bit, and it's just white. It's gonna reflect it. I can't help it right now. Need my lighting master in here, Steve. He's good with that, figuring that stuff out. Well, we can also show it over here. This one you can see. So that's the start of the Mosaic. Enter broadcast announcement. Welcome to my stream. It is. Any chance you may get on the show? Rich DeFranco, I just saw your message. Maybe. I do know, like I said, 3 people on the show. And the problem is they film for 8 weeks. It's a long time to be out of work. 8 weeks out of work. If I can get away with that, sure my boss would let me do that, right? So, if I counted all this right, then we need some small orange pieces here. Yeah, pretty good. Yoda, why don't you show them this one little section there? There we go, got the one little section there. And then on to the next row. And it's 1 by, so we need some just small orange ones here. This is where it's going to be tricky, because if I don't have the right orange pieces, because I don't know where they go, then this might be a little tricky to pull off. But we got a yellow one here we're going to put on. We're going to go reverse order this time. And I'm putting pieces on here. And yeah, so Lego Masters, the first episode was weird. Like the way they filmed it with Mr. What do you want to call it? What is his name? Will Arnett. He's just a little almost obnoxious on the show. But we'll see how if it gets better and everything. But I like the show, and I do like the fact that I know some people, and they're really good people, and I can root for somebody, which is pretty cool. Now I'm pulling these pieces apart so I can stack this, and then I'll realize, oh, I didn't put the wrong type of piece in. Pulling these off will not be fun. See that Haley was in there. So now we're adding the second row, and then going back to a bunch of yellow. So I'm going to go start more yellow. Like I said, I'll hold this up. And I can tap this down with the hammer. I did see this. It's funny because I bought this hammer, like, oh, it's a cool hammer. And then I saw it on I saw them using the same exact hammer on the show, which I thought that was kind of funny. That I ended up purchasing the same one. So we got. This is where it gets tricky. Because we have orange, 6 pieces of orange there. Do I put 2, 3? Do I put a 1x4 and some others? Like, So you're watching me figure it out as I go. I didn't get 1x6 oranges apparently, so you have to use what I got. And then below that is another one, is a 1x3. And below that is obviously 1x2s, which are in this staggered bag again. So I'm gonna pull some of that out. And I might need to step away for like 30 seconds in a little bit so I can go pause the stove upstairs. But let's see. So we got Nikki in here from Germany. I see Jason Kopp. People had chimed in. Hopefully you can hear me. Like I said, and if you can't, let me know. I have another mic, but I don't have the right parts to hook it all the way up. So now I need 4 and 3 for this next row part. I'm filling in the orange part here. So you can see the orange. Oops, Yoda. Don't want to knock Nojo. So there we go, building that. and I'm following this thing my own way. 4 and 3, so we're gonna put a 4 and a 3, and maybe fill in some of this yellow again. So now we gotta look through these stacks of yellows that she stacked oddly. See if I have a 4-piece yellow. And I do. Well, that'd be 5 there, so I need a 3 and a 2 instead. See, that's where it's a little tricky. Like, what pieces do I use where? No instructions for that. I'll probably not do it the right way and then have to... Maybe I need a 2x3 there instead. Because I don't have any 1x2 yellows. I have 1x1s. So if I put this in... Oops. Making a mistake already. Because here we go. If I can find a piece separator, I can try some of this. Removing some of this when I make a mistake. So the instructions are right in front of me, and do I follow them? No, I don't. I mess up. So they're right there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, apparently I can't follow instructions that are right in front of me. So let's fix this. Good that the piece separator works. There's only 1 buys, so it's actually not too bad to fix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Piece separator's having trouble. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Alright, so that third row, you get 2, and then I get that. There, it goes all the way across. Then I get 6. Not 7. 6. And then 3 underneath that. Talk to myself, and to you if you want to chat about Lego. Anything Lego. Now we do a 4 and a 3. So do 4 and 3. And then we're going to fill in some of this yellow inside here. So that looks good. And then a 1x1 yellow on both sides of this, because there's some tan pieces coming in. 1x6 yellows. 2x3, 2x3 yellows. So yeah, just follow the semi-pattern, the semi-instructions, but not really. Just I'm just replicating what I printed out, and I printed it out from something that I created with a Mosaic software. And then after creating with the Mosaic software, I used Photoshop to grab each section of 32 studs. Oh, and here's some 1x6s. See, they're stacked over there. I need some tan, long tan ones. So I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. I gotta count these. 1, 2, 3. Actually, don't. It goes to there. So I just gotta fill that in with a 6 and a 3. Sure. Then we need some tan ones beneath that. So we're gonna add some more pieces in. 6 and 3. 1x3 tan. And it's weird not knowing what I'm building, just to have this mosaic with all these pieces. And I'll hold it up again every once in a while so you can see it. But here's the question: do I use those? Do I use these? What do I want to use for this next one? I could use 2 buys here. I could use 1 buys here. That's the question. I don't know. I'm gonna grab some of these 2x4 tans. I don't think there's a lot of tan in this thing. It's all at the top, so we'll see. And let's get this. Here, Yoda, show them what we got so far. You get that far. It's not much. It's starting the mosaic part. There's a lot of yellow on the sides. I should have fixed that a little bit, but it's okay. There's a lot of pieces, and this is fine this way. So now we're gonna put this in here. And if I have a 2x3 tan, I could put that in. And then a 1x1 tan. So it seems to be quiet here. Hopefully I'm not missing your chats. Go to the Facebook Live party. That's one place you can see these chats. I don't see them anywhere else, so it's a weird time. It's 4:33. I'm waiting for something to finish on the stove. Having tacos later. Tacos. It's not Taco Tuesday. We usually have tacos on Tuesday, actually. Is it because of the Lego Movie? You be the judge of that. So we're gonna do that, and I'm thinking I made a mistake again, but we'll see. Probably did. I can't keep it still even with a pattern. It's here in front of me. I'm looking. I got 3 yellow, and that yellow goes over there, and some tan, and it steps in one. Oh, steps in one. So even with not instructions, but even with this in front of me, I still mess it up. So, I can put a 4 in there then, huh? No, because it needs to be 2. I need 1 by 2 tans. 1 by 2 tans. I see some over here. I'll be jumping into my bins and everything afterwards, I bet, to finish this the right way, because I'm sure I'm going to mess it up again. So 1 by 2 tan can go right there. And then I can use a 2 by 2. I can use whatever. Well, it depends on what I have enough of. Like, I have enough to do this, but I don't know which one goes where. The grid I printed doesn't say, hey, a 2 by 2 goes here and a 2 by 4 goes there. But you can see me building it. You can see Yoda standing there. And I'm surprised no one's asked about Yoda. No one wants to hear about Yoda. Maybe I should stream this a different time. Well, I'll stream some more of this anyway, so I will definitely stream again. 1 by 1 yellow, so it's 5 yellows there. And then under the 5 yellows, we got orange. And then a 1 by 2 yellow, 1 by 2 yellow, 1 by 2 yellow. Where'd they go? You think I could see these all? Do I need a 1 by 2? Yeah, I do need a 1 by 2 yellow. So, interesting talking to myself. It's cold down here too, which does not help me. Maybe that's why I can't think straight, because it's cold. Denise comment. Hi, Denise. It's good to see some people popping in. We're going to fill in some of this and get this section actually moving a little further along. They're putting in some of these 2 by... Where'd they go? 2 by 4. And then I can use this hammer to push everything down. Although I probably shouldn't do that till I'm done, in case there's, and I'm sure there will be, more mistakes. It's easier to peel it off this way. So, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to maneuver around all these pieces that I don't know where they go. So, and again, if I mess it up, I can just add and get more pieces and figure out a better way to put this together next time. But for now, I'm just going to load up this side and work on this row now. So, this is going to be a heavy picture. Here's the latest part of it. You can see there. That is the rows, and something's forming over there on the right. What is it? And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we get some tan pieces. We got tan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3. 6 and 3. Do I have a lot of tan 1 by 3s? If not, I'll do this a different way. Tan 1 by 3s? So that's 9. I have 9 there. But it's also too wide. So I could put this. Thinking out loud, but I'm not thinking out loud. Well, we got some longer tans here. Here's a 6. This will make more sense for this one. 6. And a 3. And then a 1. There we go. Hi, Denise. And then a yellow 1. Where'd they go? I keep losing these pieces. They're here, they're not there. You would be good with this. I think Steve would be good with this. He's always getting shadows and he's not here. What's up with that? Nope, I think I'm making a mistake again. This is tricky on camera. Get the tan there. And then a yellow one here. Ah, and then a 1x2 would work. I gotta take this 1x1 off. The 1x1s are harder to take off because you can't really grip it with half of a brick separator. So I'm having trouble getting this 1x1 off. So I gotta make sure I put these in the right places. There we go, get it off. The yellow one, and then we have a 1x2. Sure, we'll do a 1x2. And then next to this, we're gonna put some orange all the way up to the line. The longer the orange, the better. So put an orange in. Now there's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 doesn't help. So I put a 1x4 in. So I'm thinking if I want to use the orange 1x4. See, this is pretty tricky. And I might be chewing off more than I can. I might be getting into more than I can chew. 4 and 3. So a 4 and a 3 would work. But I'm glad there's not a lot of orange, like this orange at the top. These little bits of orange. 4 and a 3, I guess, would work, right? Nope. 4 and a 3 does not work because we have, what did I say? 4 and 1. 4, 4 and 1, or 4, 3 and 3 maybe. Try different. No, 4, 3 and 2. That could be an option. 4, 3, and a 2. And we'll stagger these so it fits in nice. I'm gonna go down the rows. 4, 3, and a 2. There we go. And now add some more to this thing. It's not looking like much, and it's not gonna look like much for quite a while. Onto the yellow, we have one tan one sticking out. So a 1x3 tan. I have these and then they disappear. Somebody's eating these pieces on me. They're in front of me and then I can't see them. 1x3 tans. Do I see 1x3 tans? 1x4 tans? I need a 1x3 tan. Thought I had some 1x3 tans. Oh, they're right there. Haha. 1x3 tan, and then a 1x1 yellow, and then we go back to adding orange here. So I'm looking and saying, well, I could replace these 1x1s with 2x4s instead, and that way it would give me more of them. Or I could use the 1x1s here, and that's the question is like, what do I use? And if I have to replace something at one point, I'll have to pull it apart. Because I could replace some of these pieces here, which are 1x's, with 2x's, and you have 2x4 and 2x4, and then I save these ones that are going to be more useful later. I might do that. Pull off these singular ones I did and put down some 2x4s. Because if I use them all now, then I won't have all the unique pieces later to build this thing. And so that's fine. Oh, but I have to change this one out to a 1x2 then. 1x2 orange. That piece fits weird. It's a weird, seems like a weird fit. So now I can put in this maybe. 2x4 orange and then a 2x3 orange. And see if that worked. Did I make it? Did I mess it up? Let's see. Just checking on my chart here to see what I did. And a 1x1 orange maybe, and then I think it'll be good for this section. 1x1 orange. And those are another one I don't want to use a lot of. I haven't used any of them yet, so that's good. 1x1 orange. And I'll hold this up in 1 second. I'm just filling in this last section here. You see how far progress-wise I've gotten. Not that much. So pulling apart some of these pieces is annoying. So I'm going to put some more down. And you'll see, you can tell the whole picture now. You cannot. But there we go so far. It's forming of Mosaic. The transition between the yellow and the orange here looks a little strange. When you see the whole thing together, it actually probably makes sense to you. So I did that. Now I got to get back to yellow. I got some 1x6 long yellows here. I left 2 over on that. And this is interesting. I wanted to talk about Lego Yoda over there, Baby Yoda. And no one's interested in Baby Yoda. Surprising. But he's there. And Baby Yoda is there. So now I got that, and now I need some orange again. Orange all the way over to the yellow. You got 1x3s again, 1x2s, and 1x1s, and 1x3s, and which ones do I use? I know this is gonna come back to bite me later. But there we go, another row finished. So this whole process will take a while. I mean, we have lots and lots and lots of pieces, over 2,000. I don't expect to finish it now, and I don't expect you to watch it all now. If you go to the live watch party, if you are seeing this somewhere, you can always come into live watch party on Facebook and see it there, so I can see your comments. Or you can see it on Twitch, or where else am I? YouTube Live. But I won't see the chats there because they can't comment on there. Well, there are new rules with YouTube. It's a little strange. So now I'm putting some more pieces down. This part might be easy. Besides this stacking, which is you think would be helpful, but it's really not. When they're alternated like this, and then you get 2 together, it's still tricky. Alright, so I'm loading up this section with 2x4 orange. And 2x4 orange, but I can't do what I wanted to do. I can do a 2x3 orange there. That would actually fit that nicely. And then a 1x3 orange for the finish off this one little section of the model. So here I put them side by side. We have this with the orange and yellow, and the one next to it. So you can see I'm replicating that top part right there. That's pretty cool. You can see it's there, and you can't really tell what it is. It'll take many episodes, but when I get people here, probably Saturday streamings, I think is a good time. Right now, it's probably people are out. It's Sunday, getting ready for dinner, or early dinner, or family dinner. But here we are so far. Nope, that needs to go over here so I can see what I'm doing. I've been using a lot of this yellow for a while. And so we're going to continue on with that part. Put all the yellow pieces I can in first. Make it easier. Maybe do one color at a time. I don't know. Then I have to count more. If I go 2 in, then I have tan here. Tan here and a tan 1x3. So I got 1x3 tans. I don't think I have a lot of 1x3 tans. I have some. Then I need a 1x1 yellow. There's going to be lots of little 1x1 yellows, and then 5. When I get to these things and it's 5 pieces, it's awkward. 1x1 tans. Have I used any of those? Yeah, there we go. 1x1 tan and a 1x3 yellow. Getting on to the next row. Little by little, little by little. And then here's where I get weird selection because it's 5, and Lego doesn't make 1x5s. Sometimes I wish they did. But do I use 1x3s and 1x2s, or in this case, 1x4s and 1x1s? That is the question. I'm going to try a 1x3 and a 1x2 here. Yes, and I can always remove pieces. So, and over on the left side, I'm just going to fill in some more yellow. Seem to not have a lot of the pieces I think I'm going to need over here, which is all yellow on this side. And I think the third side is probably all yellow as well. the third section. There's 12 of these base plates. So, will it take a while? Yes. And I could stack them this way, I suppose, too. Stagger them a little bit, make it, you know, take a little different way and stagger it a little bit. So 1x2 yellows, did I get those somewhere? Yes, we do. I'm gonna add some more 2x4 yellows here. And maybe throw in a 2x2 yellow just to offset some of these pieces. You can see me next to Yoda putting these pieces down. Well, why did I do that? I don't need to do that. Remove that 2x2 and slide this thing over. Ready to go. It's sticking really well. It's got good clutch power. Any major Lego fan knows what clutch power is. Lots of 2x3 yellows. Why did I not have a lot of 2x4 yellows? Now I have to order them to finish this? That's fine. I'll order what I need. But here we go. A little bit further along. It's coming along, coming along. Looks funny on my camera, the brightness. And I'm gonna step away for a second, just because I gotta check something. Make sure that I'm not missing or burning spaghetti sauce. Hello, I'm back. Didn't want to burn the sauce, so I had to move that over. And now I can continue with this disaster. It might be a disaster. So you shall see how it works out. Alright, so I'm going to change a piece out because I see a 1x1, but I can use a 1x2 there. So this is where it's like pull pieces away and change it a little bit around. Oh, I don't want to take that piece out. I want to take this piece out, and then the 1x1, which is the one that I said was hard to come out. Fingernails work, I suppose, just as well. There we go. Did that, and we actually probably change this out to a longer tan piece instead, if it goes all the way across. It might, so we're going to try something else here. I'm going to take this one piece off that I just put back on. Having a little trouble taking that off. And I got a piece that fits in perfect, but it's not the right... Oh, it might be. It's a little trial and error. I see Baby Yoda. You do see Baby Yoda, Steve. He's on the show. And you should be on the show. You could be helping with this too. But that's okay. Okay, so now we get our first white section. So if you see, Steve, here's the mosaic I'm doing right there. And here's the two of them together, so you can see I'm replicating it pretty well. That's the same, of course. I got something to follow. Come over. Tacos. Tacos, tacos, tacos later. That might entice him. Yeah, I figured I'd attempt a little bit of this. I don't know how long I'll stream on this thing, but I figured I'm going to attempt a little bit of it to see how it goes. Again, there's no thing that says, hey, which piece goes where, besides the grid of, well, which piece. I can see what the pattern looks like, but not what piece I need. So that's where it's getting tricky. And then when it's a 4 and a 2, or a 2 and a 2, or like what piece do I use? And then sometimes I can replace it with other pieces. After I put it down, I can say, oh, this would make a better option there. And so I can change this out like this. I'm going to try something. I'll put them on loose. And I'm looking back and forth several times because I'm making sure I'm on the right row. I hear something that sounds like My Sharona, but it's not My Sharona, but it really sounds like it. It's confusing me. So there, and then a 4. So that one I could change to a 2x4. That's where some of them, and I wish I had a top-down view right now. There we go. Maybe I'll get through with one plate, and then, yeah, maybe. A lot of yellow on the next plate. I'm going to have to label the back of these. I'm going to number the back of these so I know how to put them on the grid. Although it could be a puzzle. Slide them into place. Someone can figure out which way they go. And I'm attempting something cool here with some texture, leaving this piece here purposely empty, white, because on the picture it's white. So I'm going to see how that comes out with leaving it white. So after the white is yellow, and then we go down to another one of 1x3 and this might work. Again, I'm talking to myself, contemplating which things I want to use, if I have a lot of something or not. I could do this all with 1x1s. That'd be a lot more pieces. Probably wouldn't cost any much more. So I get yellow there, and then I get tan below it. And then tan again in a 1x1 or a 2x. Yeah, here's where it's. See how this works. And before I place it down permanently, I'm just checking to see what my next row is, so that way I might substitute something else out. If I move it 3 in. Yeah, so some of this I could swap out with other pieces, and so I'm just trying different ideas. So I use 1x2 there. Yeah, so here's an example where I have 1x4s, but I'm going to swap it out with that. And then we have one. I can use a 2x6 or a 2x4 or 2x3s, or a 2x3 and a 2x2. Yeah, I got a bunch of 1x4, so I got to see how many down this goes. So I get one more row down after that. Yep, this is very interesting to do this. Little trial and error on some of it. Put single pieces in, see what works better. Use the bigger pieces first, which would leave me with the smaller pieces afterwards, which is probably not a bad idea. And we count over here on the left. Anybody, Steve, still there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. So I get more room to do another one. So let's move these down then. Move this down, fill this in with something else. Get some 1x6 tans here. And then some other smaller ones here. I'll push those down. If I have to remove them, I'll regret it later, but just building the right side over here a little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there's just a singular one down the bottom there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then at this other side, some 1x2 yellows over here. And I'll hold this up anytime you ask or anytime I remember to hold up this thing. I can do that too. Some of these pieces get on top of each other and then I don't know where they went again. And supposedly in boxes might be helpful. You'd think. If I was smart, I would do that. Now you have a 1x4 yellow and a 1x3 yellow. Or not this and something else. I'm filling in around stuff so I can then put in the tan pieces I want. Get rid of some of these long tan pieces. And almost get this plate done, and then I'll be done. And do one plate and be done for now. If someone wants to help. Because it is a little challenging, or a lot challenging to do this. Alright, so we got the tan in, we got some white going in, we need a 2x3. Oops, and I think I made a mistake again. I did all this. Something's wrong somewhere. I'll figure it out. 1, 2, 3. What did I do now? I messed up again somewhere. Got yellow, I got that. Then it should be a 1x4, and I got it does not look like the picture. Tan. Then it should be empty. Gonna start this over again. This happens when I try to go ahead rows. I mess up more. So now I pull it apart. And yeah, watching Lego Master, just the way that Will Arnett did the show so far was just a little odd. But we'll see how it goes. And obviously my friends can't tell me how the show went or who won, because obviously it's been filmed already. But that's okay. 6. I'm trying to figure out where I made a mistake, and I made a mistake somewhere. And I don't know what I did wrong. I'm thinking I'm on the wrong row. And skipping 4. It should be 4 and something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2x2 maybe? Sorry, got quiet because trying to figure out what I messed up here. Or how they made this pattern and how I can make it better. Maybe that'll work. Let's see, 4 and down, and then 2, and then nope. This is white, this is white. 4 white, and then we get 1, 2, 3, 4 white, and then 1, 2 white. So now we gotta change this to that. Now I might have got it. Maybe. Might have had it. I might get it. I might get it this time. I might have it this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We know that this one's going to be a singular 1. We need a row here to meet up with the yellow. And so I could swap one out here, but I can't because that needs to be like that. That's why I messed up. So we got this now. And then a 1x4, and then a 1x3, and then we fixed it. Then I fixed it. I said we, but it's just me. So there we go. I had a little trouble with this little section over here. But it still matches. If 1 or 2 pieces is off, it probably won't even matter. I'm gonna put some more yellow over on the left side here because there's just a lot of yellow that needs to be filled in. I wish I had one more. I wish I had more of these. It's all the way down is yellow, basically. And so I'm going to have to use a lot of 2x3s apparently because I don't have a lot of 2x4 yellow, and I could have guessed that I would have had more 2x4 yellows. To check that packing list and make sure that they didn't short me any, huh? They show on here anything but 2x4 white, 2x4 dark red, 2x4 orange. And then the other one was from the other person. And let's see what they had for a packing list. 2x4 yellow. Let's see if that's on this sheet. Get a big printout of all the stuff I ordered. 2x4 yellow, 42 of them, huh? But 180 of the 2x3s. Ah, I know what I did. That's why. I have a lot more 2x3s, which is fine. Just price-wise, it was easier to get the 2x3s. I just had to like triple or quadruple the amount. So now we're working on the next row. Will this actually work? Who knows if this thing will actually work out right, but we will see. I'll just be getting more pieces when I don't build it the right way. I'll just have to order other pieces to fill in where I don't have the pieces because I used them in the wrong spot. Basically what will happen is that. So I'm going the edge now. I'm going to the bottom row and putting in some down there. And that way I can see what I'm going to need to fill in this rest of this thing. See what the rest will be orange with some tan in the middle still, but I'm going to fill in this whole section almost with yellow. Lots of yellow. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 5 rows, not 4. So that makes it trickier, but if actually this lines up 4 rows, does not line up the way I wanted. It's coming, it's going, it's there, right where it's pointing. Someone's replying to one of the things I said earlier. Someone asked where the piece goes, and I'm like, right where the arrow is pointing. Don't know what you're missing, but that's... They were asking a Lego question about something they were building, they couldn't figure out where something went, and I'm like, it kind of looks obvious to me, but maybe it's not. So there's not a lot of tan 1x3s, so I don't want to use them a lot, but I see places here where I need them. So it's confusing what to use. If I come over 2, there's a 1x4, and there's a 1x2 tan up. And I do have 1x3s. That is 1x3. For these small little tan sections. And then I stick it down and I can't move it. Yeah, I can imagine when this thing's done, it's going to be, like I said, awfully heavy. 1, 2, skip a few. Do that and put some singulars on here. Nice little music down here while I freeze. Alright, so I'm going to finish this thing. I'm almost done with this first sheet. I'm dreading how I'm going to finish this entire thing. Once I get off the yellows, I don't have to worry because the other part of the picture is no yellow, so there's a lot less yellow after this. Now we have a long stretch of tan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that works great. 6 and a 4 works perfectly for that. And then a yellow one at the end. And then, so I want to finish this just to show you, anybody that's watching, what this first one looks like. And I can't reveal the entire thing. I just can't. Hey, Diana is watching. I see Diana. And trying to figure out how I go around that. And then we stick out one here. And then back in. 2x3. Where'd the 2x3s go? 2x3s. Lots of pieces here. She's waving. Your mom's waving, Steve. A singular yellow piece in there. Trying to get all the tan in and then fill the rest in with orange. So I'm just placing pieces here, figuring out the best use of which pieces I got to finish. Oh, that won't work. So I need 2x3s and fill the rest of this section in here with orange and then yellow, and then I'll be done with this page. I keep calling them pages. Well, there's a page printed out, so it's kind of like that. So I put that in there. And this right here, then the rest is orange, and then I can fill the rest in with yellow. And then figure out when I have a problem because I can't fit pieces in, what to do. Because I know that's going to happen. That I'll have this all lined up and then something won't work right and I'll have to rebuild a section of it. So now I'm going to take the large oranges and see how many go across this and see if I can just fill this all in with orange. Yoda, you going to help? Maybe I need his Yoda sense to help with some of this. I'm lightly placing these now. I'm getting smarter. That way, if it all works out this way with all the large pieces, that's perfect. The more large I use, the better. And then I come to 2x3s, and there's not a lot of those, so I have to be careful. The best use of those. Lots of 2x4s. That section I might have done that way. And the good thing about these ones is if I do have to order other pieces, I'll just order them. And it's not so bad because bulk of these is pretty good. It's pretty inexpensive. I wouldn't say it's inexpensive to do it in the first place, but pretty inexpensive. I'm checking to see if anybody's checking in on here. Gonna finish this up pretty soon. Load this up with orange and then some yellow on the side, and then I got the first page done, which is impressive. It'll be awesome when it actually comes together, and if you actually stay tuned for all of this, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool mosaic, and I was excited to try it. So filling all this in, making sure I'm not filling any pieces that I don't want to fill in. And here, I believe, after this, is just yellow left to fill in for this page. So I'm going to push these all down. Actually, maybe I can use my trusty hammer. Oh, I dropped one? No, I got it. Nice. Alright, so get Lego finger after a while if you don't use something like this. This is really loud. Should warn people at home first. If you're watching this, lower your volume. Alright, we'll finish the last section, then I'll show you what I got. Gonna loosely place these pieces in, and then see how it looks. See if I actually mimicked it right. I think I did. I wish I had more 2x4s sometimes. For this yellow. The rest will be 2x3s, which is fine, because it ends up with 2 in a row, makes an even number, so that works out. We are putting on pieces as I go, a little bit at a time. I know there's a lot more yellow on the next page too, so I hope I don't run out of the types of pieces I need. Sure, with all the loose pieces around here, I could scrounge something, but you never know. So I'm gonna probably use all of these 2x4 yellows now. Might as well get the big chunk of them out of the way, and then go back to 2x3. That's what that's gonna need. And hope I don't find up with like some weird combination where I need some odd shape. Which I see could happen here, but maybe not. It's looking okay. And if it's a little mosaic-y instead of, and then what I mean by mosaic-y is instead of like a grid of Lego, it's probably gonna look better anyway. Having some other pieces thrown in here. If I have 1x3s, this part will work awesome. So I'll probably end up ordering some more just so I can build it more comfortably, I would say. And so over here, I have to figure out what I want to do. So I can put a 2x3 in, a 2x4 in here, then a 1x1. I'm just placing pieces trying to save the, like I said, the oddball pieces, the small pieces, so I can, when I have other pages that need singular pieces of yellow here and there, that they'll work. And it looks like I might have got this all in the way that it's going for now, and it's gonna have to block your ears. There you go. Pieces falling off the floor, falling off the table now. So now I tap all this into place. That'll wake you up if you weren't paying attention. And then we'll do a comparison. Here we go. This one. And this one. We get them both on there? There we go. They look the same. Lego, paper. Or is it Lego, paper? You be the judge. You can obviously see it. This is the paper! Well, that was interesting. Only 11 more plates to go. That's pretty cool. You can see through it. Like, I can see how some of these are different shades. The light comes through different on other ones. And here on the white sections here, so I was talking about these white sections. I really wish that light wasn't so bright. See the white sections? I left them indented, so it's kind of like, I don't, without revealing it, the white part is part of an object, and it's kind of in the background, so that actually works pretty well. So I really like that how this is going to come out. And again, I'm probably going to run out of certain shapes of yellow, but that's okay. And no one chatting today though. Really quiet in here. Unless you all chatted somewhere else and I didn't see it, and I'm talking to myself and missed all your stuff, but I suppose I wasn't. So I'm going to continue this on a further stream, but I wanted to film a little bit and chat with you, talk about Lego Masters. The ISS is that the space station that came out, and it's pretty cool for a space set. It's not something that I really want, but it does look really cool. This has been hard to display it and hard to use it in a, maybe it wouldn't be hard to use it in a space themed thing, but it just kind of would be floating up there above your city, maybe. The space station, the International Space Station, just floating by. Lego Dots is some other theme they came out with, is like decorative stuff where you can decorate bracelets, and I don't even want to talk about it because I don't know much about it. They don't have a Baby Yoda yet. This is actually built from the Lego Yoda UCS, the one that just came out, and my buddy Steve, who came by in the chat, is the one that created it. We got to change the ears to not be tan on the inside. They're actually going to be green like the rest of it. He ran out of pieces. I'm using pieces. All of the pieces were from that set, and I actually am going to use pieces from the Statue of Liberty in sand green as well to fix some of that. Actually, could have Steve come over and do it so I don't mess it up. Because I'll probably mess it up. Nah, I could probably figure it out. But if he wants to come over and finish it, that's awesome too. He can help if he'd like. He did spent a lot of time in this, and he did get some trades for it. I gave him some Speed Champions that he didn't have from last year's Speed Champions. He did a couple of sets that he didn't get. I do like the new Speed Champion set. The new Speed Champion sets is really cool. The fact that they made the cars wider, 8 studs wide instead of 6 studs wide, makes so much more detail. The Ferrari looks amazing. They all look amazing. And another thing is my buddy over in Israel, Kiko Yadid from Blocks and Mocks. He created some. It's on Lego Ideas. It's Tool, and if you're a fan of the band Tool, he created Tool on stage with all the band members, and he has it on Lego Ideas with 2,800 supporters or so. Really cool guy, and he talked to the members of Slipknot. He talked to, I want to say Deftones. I forget if it was Deftones or 311 or one of them. Although both of those are really cool bands. I used to listen to 311 back in the day, and that was fun. He's my little mascot for the show, so when I'm down here and nobody else is down here, I got Lego Yoda to keep me company. I wish he could figure out how to keep me warm. I got a heater, but it makes too much noise, and I don't want to put that on while the show's on. But I think we're going to have some pretty cool stuff going on with Lego Philly Brickfest coming up in April. I'm working on a redesign of my zoo. The zoo did win first place as a collab last year. It was 95% collab, built by me, and 5% of the detail on the front with the water and the pathway on the front of the zoo was done by Steve. So he did collaborate with it, and a lot of people are impressed by this vertical zoo. This year, if it comes out the way I'm hoping, they'll be even more impressed. I have some pieces on the way for that I'm waiting for. When all those pieces arrive, then I can get working on the mechanisms and how I'm going to design this really cool vertical zoo. You may have seen some of it on my channel. Hanging out to this music and some cool elevator action and an update on my aquarium. I'm going to dismantle my original aquarium and incorporate that into the zoo. Before it kind of was just like a side show. You got the aquarium on the side of the zoo. And that's not really, it should be part of the zoo. I mean, we do have separate aquariums and zoos. But sorry, excuse me for itching my nose. It got itchy. But we do have different, where was I? I forgot what I was talking about. Aquariums and zoos, they're usually not together. In my case, why not put all the animals together? You can stop at the aquarium on one level of the zoo. I won't tell you where. And then you can go up to the other levels and see the animals. And as you go further and further, you get to see cooler and cooler animals. And they kind of have little habitats for all each other. So they all have their own little habitats. They're not just in boring cages or exhibits. No, they all have something that suits them. The tigers get what they like. The hippos get what they like. Don't know how a pond of hippos is suspended in the sky, but it's Lego. So if you're watching this after the fact, send me a message. Send a message to awesome@builtfrombricks.com so I can reply, or let me know how you like it. Comment on Facebook. I know you can't comment on YouTube anymore. They disabled commenting on the videos, which makes me sad because you can't comment and say what you liked about the video. But it's okay, and really pardon me for this sniffing. Suddenly I have the sniffles, and since I'm talking, I don't want to interrupt myself. I am excited to see the next episode of LEGO Masters and see what Boone comes up with as the Bearded Builders, and BX Bricks is Mel Brown, and Jermaine is there. And those guys are awesome as well. I did even speak with Emmanuel. He's actually really cool as well. Maybe I'll meet them. I know some of them will be at Philly Brick Fest this year in April. And so that's even cooler to be able to talk to those, for the fans to talk to them, and they can talk about the show and talk about what they build and all that kind of stuff. So lots of cool stuff coming up this year. Lots of fun, lots of exciting builds, lots of mocks. I can't wait for the Sesame Street mock to come out. I think, not mock, but the Sesame Street set to come out, the player piano set. So much stuff. I could go on and on and on and on. But I'm going to go offline now and go figure out what I'm doing next. I hope you enjoyed this live stream, or for some of you, Memorex. Ask your parents about Memorex. They'll get a laugh out of that. Stay tuned. I know I have been not filming a lot. I'm trying to get back in the studio, and I'm going to have Steve hopefully back in the studio. We should be able to film some episodes, maybe talk about the zoo build, and so much more. It is 2020. There's a lot going on, so much more to come, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Instagram at Built From Bricks, and my occasional live stream, which I'm hoping to do on the weekends, on Saturdays or Sundays. And I should post that ahead of time so everybody can, join in and be available. I'm thinking a little bit earlier in the day, before dinner, after lunch. Good time to wind down for a little bit if you're not outside playing. Come inside, watch some YouTube, watch us, watch me and Steve, maybe me and Luke. Luke's been on here a couple times. He does some really cool stuff as well. And I'm digressing and going further on, but thanks for tuning in. What have you built today?